Welcome. So you want a crypto? As always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just sharing some research. So I got some questions from different people basically on, how do you go on KuCoin? Like if I'm on Coinbase and I got some Ethereum and I got some Bitcoin, how do I go to KuCoin or somebody like that allows leverage trading where I can put in a little bit of money and then get a loan higher than that and then trade with the borrowed money, and it's on a percentage and stuff like that. So basically what you'll do is go to your exchange, send your money, get a KuCoin or wherever you want a leverage account. I'm just going to show you on here, sign in. I'm not going to use my account, but if it says 10x next to it, that means you can use 10x leverage. This is KuCoin right here. This is market movers in the last 24 hours. So there's Tron. Tron's been really moving 30%. And it's a 10x leverage. So it's something you could look at. Some Ripple, EOS, whatever. They have the KuCoin, KCS, Tezos, Lumens. There's a whole bunch. All these are anything that's 10x. So like Aave, you can't leverage because it doesn't have a 10x. And then the way it's broken down, and I don't know if you've noticed, but you have a top, and then you have like the main market. And so if you look on the main market, sometimes there's some leveraged coins in here too, or some margin coins in here. So you can do Bittorrent, which is one that I want to show. And here's BTT to US dollar and BTT. So that's your coin, or your token. Bittorrent, BTT is the token. So let's look at that right here. Market cap is $8.5 billion. And it's got almost $12 billion in the last 24-hour trading volume. So if you're looking, that's a lot of movement. That's a lot of money. And Tron's been pumping. Bittorrent's been pumping. We're not going to deep dive in really much of the coin. You can look at that. I'll give you all the links. They're always below. But look at here's Bittorrent. It's up 5,600% in the last year. In the last 24 hours, it's up 75%, and in the last week, it's up 255%. And I've been leverage trading this one back and forth for a little over a week now, week and a half, something like that, just a little bit at a time. And then what I'll do is I'll put in, let's just say $1,000, right? And then if it goes up, and then I'll take out a loan. And I like to keep my leverages pretty low, and so depending on the project. So like this one, I see it going up at where it is right now with the 8.5, roughly, a little over, $1 billion market cap. That will put it right here at number 17, Bittorrent, BTT. And that is market cap, $8.5 billion. I think that this, and here's Tron right above it, $9.7 billion. So Bittorrent is on Tron, right? So let's go talk about Bittorrent. Bittorrent token, tokenizing the world's largest decentralized file sharing protocol with BTT. BTT is a TRC10 utility token based on the blockchain that powers features of the most popular decentralized protocols and applications in the world, and that's Tron. DApps powered by BTT include BitTorrent Speed, BitTorrent File System, dLive, and a lot of others that are in the pipeline. Here's, again, this isn't really a deep dive, but it's going to be a pretty good gloss over, right? So here's how it works. Getting started. Here's your BitTorrent Web, your uTorrent Classic, uTorrent Web. The download to these, they're always free. This is not a paid promotion. It's not an affiliate promotion or anything like that. Here's your BitTorrent file. That's the BTFS, right? So whenever you see BTFS, that's BitTorrent File System. Is both a protocol and network implementation that provides P2P mechanism for storing and sharing digital content in a decentralized filing system. Yeah, so what does all that mean? Basically, you can do tons of stuff. Music, software. Here's live streaming. So you have dLive. dLive right here. Here's the homepage. And you basically get tips for streaming live and talking about different content and stuff. And speaking of dLive, I'm curious, do you guys use dLive? None of this is sponsored or anything, but I've been looking at dLive. And it might not be a bad thing for like a weekly show. Do like 1 hour on dLive once a week. We can just talk whatever, You guys give me coins, we'll talk. Just an open forum back and forth. It'd be kind of fun to meet everybody and chat. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. I don't know that much about it, but I'm really interested at some of this stuff. And it looks like they have some cryptocurrency stuff on here. So, might be fun. I don't know. Let me know. Moving on. There's also Bittorrent now, and this is got tons of downloads. Here's your trending, and I think it's mostly just music, is for what it seems like. And I haven't used it, and really, this isn't, again, it's not a deep dive. I think that Bittorrent is going to move up. So I'm using Bittorrent as an example of a coin or a project that I'm bullish on, and I'm going to throw, like, I have an 8x leverage on KuCoin with Bittorrent, and I watch it, and then as it goes down like 5%, then what I do is I'll borrow USDT, whatever, $1,000 USDT or $5,000 USDT or whatever the percentage is, to bring it back up to whatever I have my risk percentage. And you'll see once you start getting into it that once you get to 95, you're going to get a warning. If you get to 95%, that's your warning. 97%, that's your liquidation. That's the kick in the gut. So the higher the percentage, the higher the risk. Something under 70% is a pretty manageable risk depending on the project, not financial advice. But, if you think, hey, whatever, you want to be a degenerate and you say, I'm going to go 80 something percent, and I just say, screw it, it's going to jump today and I'm just going to get the most gains out of it. Peel off your, profits. It's risk. It's a lot riskier than just buying some Bitcoin on Coinbase or Crypto.com or Binance and just sitting on it for a while. It's a fun way. It's more of the degenerate crypto, the casino style crypto, whatever you want to call it. And if you're smart about it, you pick good projects and stuff. It's a good way to make a quick buck. And so let's say you start with $1,000 and it goes up 25%, right? Well, let's say you borrowed a large margin, like you were an 8x on your margin trade, then you would get a substantial increase with that 25%, where you could take a good portion of that $1,000 or whatever, and then either you could take all of your 1,000 and use the 25% that you made and then leverage trade it from now on, and then it's free money, which I find is a lot more fun. It's less emotional, or it's up to you, but it's a good way to do it. Remember, you're gonna get liquidated. Let's just put it that way right now. I don't recommend this for beginners. I recommend this for people that are at that stage where they've done their research and they're just they're ready to pull the trigger. If that's you, then I wish you the best of luck, but just know you're probably gonna get liquidated. Everybody does. I don't know anybody that hasn't been liquidated, and it sucks, right? And you'll be like, man, I got plenty of room, and then you're like, go to the bathroom, half hour later, come out, and you hear all your texts going off because you just got liquidated. Anyway, best of luck with that. But I think Bittorrent, and again, this video, who knows when you're going to watch it. So this is just a tutorial, kind of an idea, a general perspective. You're not going to have the same rates, the same returns as I am when I'm in this, because I'm doing this at way different times than when I'm making this video. So don't use this. Don't go buy Bittorrent. I'm not telling you that. What I'm saying is watch for projects like this. This is just your an easy roadmap. How's that? But it's got a lot of fundamentals behind it, right? A lot of people are using this. You got money coming in here. You got money coming in here. Look at this, 2,785,000 downloads, 644,000, 423,000. That's gonna bring a lot of money in. Look, this is utility. This is what you look for, right? And even if you're not the greatest fan of like Tron and whatever, you just have to look at it as not emotions. It's making 25%. That's a good gain. Here's the numbers on Tron. Again, we're not really doing a big thing, but you're looking at 9.6 billion right in there at the same. It's running 16, so just above where BTT is, and it's got almost 12 billion in 24-hour trading volume as well. And we're not going to talk supplies and stuff, but here's your numbers, and it's up 1,000% this year, starting to move. Here's your BTFS ecosystem. Will have 5 components. Here's the documentation. GitHub. Tron Network is one. Okay, so the network is the next generation of decentralized file storage systems. Tron Network is one of the most important blockchain DApp platforms in the world. It's, number 16 or whatever on the list. The BitTorrent network brings with 100 million decentralized users and this is all, I don't know how old this is, but or how often this is updated, but it's probably going to grow. This isn't going to be accurate as it gets more adoption, and it's growing fast, really, really fast. 100 million BitTorrent user nodes. Okay, so that's fair enough. But yeah, that's still going to grow. And if you wonder how to host and stuff, I put a link right here to their wiki. And this is, what is BTFS? Basically everything you need to know. How to run a BTFS host, how to do whatever. So, and then here's another one to what is. Here's their roadmap. And you can see we have the software development kit optimization coming up this quarter and some other stuff. So that's when you start going to get people, make it a little easier for them to make better content, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, not a deep dive into BitTorrent, but an idea for you to look if you want to learn to leverage trade. That's what you're looking for. Something that's hot right now that's going to move. That's what I do. Leverage trading isn't usually, I don't do it that way, but I do all my leverage trading is short term. I find something that's hot, I jump in, not a FOMO in, but you kind of see it as it's starting to build up to be hot, and then you kind of get in right there. And like right now, I have a 4x leverage in on the graph, for example. And basically what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting for, I think the graph is undervalued. I think it's going to have a big pump pretty soon, hopefully. And so I'm giving myself a lot of leeway just in case it has a strong retracement or something. So I have a smaller leverage on it, just so I don't get crushed. But I really think that it's going to move pretty soon. And then as it starts to move and I see, hey, look, maybe a couple releases come out, maybe a couple Telegram hits or a couple Twitter feeds or something comes out and they're like, hey, we got this and this is cool. Somebody says, hey, we just bought a whole bunch of graphs, some famous person, whatever it is, you never know. Then you can see that pump start to, go up just a little bit more, and you'll start to see that where you're ready, and then maybe you'll bring that leverage up a little bit, ride that quick pump, and then bring the leverage back down, sell it, put it into Bitcoin. That's what I do. But always be looking for other, take your profits. Play with free money, not your money, right? You can take $100 every now and then if that's all you got. And, once you learn to leverage trade, you can turn it in, to $1,000 and then take that $1,000, put it, or, if you turn it into 1,000, take 900 of that, put it into something else, and then take that 100 and play with it or whatever you want to do. It's not always going to work. You're going to lose. It's high risk, but there's a really high chance of reward. And especially right now, April's usually traditionally not a bad month for me. Or, for crypto and stuff like that. It seems like I don't fear April. And it makes decent gains overall, I think. So historically for like Bitcoin and some others. And it looks like the altcoins are coming up. It looks like Bitcoin dominance is coming down. So all of those are strong fundamentals that'll help you with, like there's a good market coming for leverage trading altcoins. It's coming, and KuCoin is one of my favorites for doing that, just because they have such a variety of options and flavors that I can work with, and it's 10x. I don't need 100x. I don't want to play 100x. It's just not my thing. That right there's degenerate gambling, and then there's just straight up, man, come on, baby. I got 19 kids and 18 need shoes. Come on. But no, yeah, and if that's you. And I get it. You can make some quick cash, but there's just very little room for error when you get to that. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Still on the same format, but I am making progress on the other. It'll be more me in person. Maybe I'll be in the little corner and doing some other stuff, some video editing and some other better things. So working on a better product. Just it takes time. We're new. What are you gonna do? All right, so here you go, BTT to BTC. Damn, that's hard to say. For all you Bitcoin Satoshi holders. And then here's the chart for the USDT. Now, where am I looking for an exit point? Because you always need an exit point, right? On this one, where the price is right now for my short-term leverage trade, what I'm thinking is One, so we're at 0.013. So that's 1 cent and a third of a cent, roughly. I'm thinking when we're pushing 2 cents, I'm gonna take a huge reevaluation of my trade, and then what I'll probably do is pull a bunch of profit and then just run a smaller trade, higher leverage or lower leverage, and see how it goes, because I'll be expecting a pullback. And then as soon as I see any signs of fear, then I'll crush that, reconcile, and then take whatever I have in that and probably move it into something else. And hopefully by then the graph will be crushing, so then I'll just roll that into the graph and then peel profits out of that. But you always need a strategy, right? So yeah, I'm looking, once we get to 1.5 cents, I might take a little bit. Once we get up to 1.7, 1.8, pushing 2 cents, I'll probably take a little bit. But once we get above 2 cents, then it's, I'll be watching it really close, or, seeing where it's at. And at this point, it's free money. And at that, I'm not that attached, because I've made, more than I expected to on this project, to be honest with you. Then I'm usually more risk prone, or I accept a higher level of risk on that money, if that makes sense, because it's served itself well. And usually that'll either crush out or something, and I'll end up peeling out less, and it's not a loss, it's just less of a profit. Or you never know, it has one final big hurrah push and then take everything out. So take that as you will. I'm here just to help spread the word of crypto and how to make it a better place. And I mean, look right here, we even got ads for OVR on here. Love OVR. From $10 now, not just $10, by the way. I bought some land the other day in Dubai on OVR, and prices have gone up dramatically, let's just say. So if you haven't gotten into OVR too, not that I'm sponsored by them either, but I like it, and I'm buying tons of lands here and there, and they're going quick. If you were looking and you're on the fence thinking about it. What else do we got? That's really Celsius network. We're going to talk probably derivatives, BlockFi, Celsius, and stuff like that. It's on the map, the roadmap for the future videos. Just keep an eye out for that as well. And best of luck on your crypto, man. Tell me about your stories. I'm getting lots of you guys telling me that you're making money off my information. I love it. That's awesome. That's really the only reason I'm here, is to share that and help you guys, because I know how hard it is in this. There's so much. It's so much. And it's growing so fast. There's so many different things. There weren't as many projects when I started. And now you can't keep up, man. There's like so many. All right. Cheers. We'll talk soon.